I'll read it later. Somebody's sending just an email. A lot of warriors getting involved, and so it's good to hear from them. Is Nasera coming, or what's up with that? Okay, Nasera is the political economic program of the beast. Al Gore promotes it. You'll see Hillary Clinton promote it when it's time as well, because she's a double agent. And you'll see if Bush was to be impeached and arrested and thrown in jail along with Dick Cheney before his election runs out, his time runs out as president, the people who come in and replace him would also be proponents of Nasera. They have this all planned out. And so I don't think it's going to come any sooner than Revelation 13 dictates when the Antichrist is here. Then we'll see Nasera, because the whole basis of Nasera is joining this new worldwide global economic program, and it's basically this one world government that the Bible talks about, where you have to receive the name or number or image on or in your right hand or forehead. And that's the same thing with Nasera. In order to get all of these bribes that Nasera is offering, you have to join it. You have to have their mark, a tattoo, or symbol, or whatever. And so we'll see that when the beast is here. Okay, some people are just loving the show. In the morning, yeah, people asking about aliens in the news. I am going to bring that back, simply because it's so much fun. That show was a lot different than this one, even the short amount of time I had it 2 years ago, or a year ago. Just something different. I just don't know when, because I have a huge road trip coming up. I'm not going to be here. And so it's going to be hard to abandon one show, let alone two, during that time. And so I don't know if I'll start that this summer or wait till the fall starts, because in the summer I'm going to be extremely busy. It gets harder and harder to get in here on the internet and pay attention when I have so much work going to make, and so much other things to do. This could be the last year that we could really prepare and get this country protected from this full-blown alien invasion that's coming. And so, I have a lot of work to do this year. And I need your support, folks. I need your financial help in order to go on these road trips. Gas is outrageous. It could cost several $1,000s just to get out where I need to be and back. And so I need your financial help with those. Why do reptiles use the Bible all the time? Because they manipulate it. Let me quote you what Satan says on his website. This Maitreya Sananda, Share International. This is a direct quote from him. Whoever knows me, my spirit, knows the Father who is spirit, and whoever knows the Father knows me. That's one of their quotes, and they do this all the time. They take whole quotations out of the Bible and misquote them to make them sound like they're coming, their God, that they're coming from them. Or you've read the book of Matthew where Jesus says, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. If you know me, you know the Father. They use the same kind of wordage. The Vatican had a field day with certain parts of the New Testament, especially Paul's books. Paul was working for the Vatican in infiltrating to sabotage and destroy Christianity from almost its inception. He said the church started, in 2000 or 2033, when the Lord died and rose again, or whatever. No, this church, this mess that we have today, that we call the church, didn't start till 325, when Constantine created it. Because the churches we have today are a Constantine creation. They are not the church that the Lord and His 12 apostles established. And so, as with everything, there's always been a remnant that has not followed the majority, and has stayed true to the words and the following of the Most High. And so today, that's all we can do is work to pull as many people as possible out of Satan's churches. He's been dominating the church scene for 1,800 years now. Losing my internet service. Might lose. I hope I don't lose my server here. It's been going on and off all night long because of the storms. Also, we have black belt helicopters over us on the beach, but I went back and got my Oregon pendant, and the chemtrails seemed to go away. Plus, I didn't see as many black helicopters, but they did move slower. I said Vin Uru to them. Vin Uru. That's supposedly supposed to make them shapeshift. If you've got a boss that you swear is a reptilian, yell Vin Uru at him and see if he shapeshifts into a reptilian. It's V-I-N, Vin Uru, U-R-U. U-R-U. Uru. Say that really loud at one of them and see if they shapeshift. Someone said, what happens if they shapeshift? I don't know. I just laugh, I guess, you know. You're a child of God. They can't mess with you. All I have to do is claim his name, rebuke him, and command him to leave. We also have boats in the ocean since 9/11, which I think may be holograms. Probably so. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen planes in the sky that weren't planes at all, but just holograms. Those little white planes, folks, they're holograms. Here's a question from a reader. Do you think the Virginia Tech shootings are backfiring? Are people actually waking up? Well, you know, it's you know, everybody knows it. Right away it was a Manchurian candidate. It didn't fool anybody. The problem with this whole thing and why it's so ridiculous is because George Bush never gets on the internet. He doesn't get on it. I don't even think the guy owns a computer. He spends absolutely no time on the computer. And so everybody that's planning his agenda, none of them get on the computer. And the problem with that is he's got a younger employee crowd at the White House who does get on the computer. And so they're never on the same page. They can't make George Bush understand what the public understands. Because he thinks everybody's just in the dark as he is. And so they keep planning all these things that are exposed the second they do them. But so far, no one's been able to stop him either. I mean, no one's been able to stop him. We knew Tim McVeigh was a Manchurian candidate. We knew there were no 19 Arabs on the planes that went into WTC. Didn't stop him from doing this Virginia Tech shooting. And I saw in the Bible codes where he was cheering in the White House over these shootings. But you know what? No one's stopping them. So even no matter how much information we have, and we already know what they're doing, we can pretty much tell their next step what exactly they're going to do. They don't care because nobody can stop them. It's a superhighway from Mexico still moving forward. As far as I know, it is. You know, hats off to Montana. Was just sent out an article out last week that they will not be involved. They're repealing the whole North American Union thing from Montana. They won't participate in that, and they also won't participate in this Real ID Act. There's 15 states right now with bills in the legislators to go against this the superhighway system that Bush is trying to push through for the North American Union. Because I felt the same thing. We have to succeed from this. We can't stop it. We can't overcome it. But we can walk away from it. And so that's what Christians are going to have to do. We all need to find some place to go and succeed, get away from our government. Get away from the evil occupation. There's been a coup on this government back when Kennedy was killed. Lyndon Johnson took over the government. This whole alien agenda took over our government. Posing as humans, the Illuminati are their children. These are actually humans who can shapeshift into reptilian beings. They have the DNA. They are not fully human. They are part human and part alien, part demonic. Aliens are nothing but fallen angels, folks, but they have their DNA. And so, you know, pretty much since then, it's been nothing but